G'day everybody, Davo here. Today we're going to be doing installation of our new rear backlights that we got from Corazon in Japan. For anybody wondering, it is these. About $1,100 AU, landed, delivered to the house. Not too bad. The lights themselves are actually on special at the time, so that's cool. Gotta love a discount. Anyway, let's get into it. Alright, first thing we need to do is take off these plastic covers, these ones here. So we've got to remove this, that just pulls off, remove these two side panels, and then remove the big one. So I'll get that done now. Alright, it's all off. Nice and easy to remove that. So we're going to start on this section here. We'll show you what to do next. So one of the first things we need to do is we need to undo these. Now these are 8mm. So we can undo those because when we connect the new ones on, those are the new ones that'll go in the place. There's the other one. We need to undo that on the opposite side of one we're pulling out as well, and same with that one there. That's just a guide by the looks of it. So we'll get that done and we'll have a look. Right, the other one is just in here. Oh, there it is. And that's just an 8mm as well. Just unscrew that off and then the whole thing should just pull off. Alright, so after a bit of trial and error, turns out we actually have to remove this trim here. This trim. It's pretty easy. It's just mostly just clipped on, as you can see. There are a couple of bolts. There's one that's here. There's two here. Another one. You can't see it, but there's one there. They look like these things here, just these. Just undo them. I think there's 5 in total. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you just need a bit of force to pry it back. Just be careful. Don't go super hard. Don't want to break it or anything, but it will come off. This one here, that just attaches from the inside. It goes through that hole, so you just pull it through. There's the grommet for it. Just unattach it and then pull it through. This cable here, you don't normally have that, but I've got a dash cam camera attached, and that's where I ran it through, next to the reverse camera that's already there. So the cable connects on the other side there, but it's too big for the hole, so I'm just going to dangle it there so it's out of the way. I've got access to everything we need. I'm just going to give all this a clean up first once I've pulled the lights off. Make it a bit tidier. Right, so like I said, I've already undone the bolts on the inside. There's 1, 2, 3, and this is just a guide one, so just give it a big pull and it comes right off. Simple as that. Pretty easy for that one. Alright, so I gave that a bit of a clean. Much better. Doesn't get done very often, so while it's open, while you got it up apart, give it a good clean. Alright, next part, putting the light in. Should be pretty straightforward. It looks like it just clips straight in just like the other ones. Let's have a look. Alright, so yes, it just installed as the other one came out. It was identical and perfect fit. Straight up there. Where is it? Yeah, no jumps. Alright, so that's what they look like when they're installed. real easy, man. Actually, it is quite easy. Right. Not going to worry about wiring them up just yet. I'm going to put the other one on and have a look and see how we do that one. Hopefully that's simple. Alrighty. So to remove these, we need to take off these black covers here, because there's two bolts. I think they're 10mm bolts. Just unbolt them, and then you just jiggle it out. Show you what it's like in a sec. That's all it is. Two 10mm bolts. They just pry off those little caps. They're easy. Alrighty. So that's what it's like when you pull it out. You just need to unclip that one clip from here. Like I said, once you've undone those two bolts, you can just slide the whole unit out. That's what it looks like. So when it was sitting in there, it was sitting in there like that. That's where the bolts were, and that one there is where that guide is, which is just here, connected in there. When you're putting it back in, do it up. Now we've got to take out these electrical connections. So we undo that, we pull this off, and they're going to go onto the new unit. Not the bulbs themselves that are in them. We've got to plug into them. I'll show you what I mean when I do it. So when you've taken it off, that's what you'll end up with, that casing here. You don't need this anymore. I'm going to be plugging into that, so you can just get that out of the way. This one here, this was plugged into the circuit board in the back of the original light bulb, just there. It's just got a little clip on the side. Where is it? Just there. Just comes out. But we're going to be plugging into that in the new one. I'll show you in a sec. Alrighty, so here's the new surround. Okay, so like I said, we're going to be plugging into this one here. It's going to be this. I'm going to clip these two together. This one here was the indicator light that we pulled out. It's going to go into there. We've got a relay that's going to connect onto here, like so. That relay just connects onto there. Now what I did is, it's got double-sided tape, so just remove the tape and just fix it to the side there, like so, and it'll still fit into the casing there, no dramas. Just give it time for that to set before you put it in. Alright, I'll show you when we've got it. Yep, and that's what it looks like when it's finished. Everything's hooked up, ready to be put back in. Now about this cable here, in the package, in the contents package, is this big long cable with it. Haven't hooked it up yet, but I'm assuming it's to do with the sequencing, the sequentialness of the lights between the two at the same time. It just comes as a plain cable. You've got to add these plugs to it, but it's pretty simple. Just match the colors to how you're going to plug it in. So red to red, blue to blue, just like that. So when it's hooked up, like I said, red to red, blue to blue, black to black, white to white. It's easy enough. This is what it looks like when it comes in the package. This is how it comes in the packaging, like that. And you've got the plastic connector. Oops. You've got the plastic connectors right there. Like I said, you just match the colours up to the correct colours on the light. Red to red, blue to blue, black to black, white to white. Then you've got to thread it up through the car. That's the other end of it. So you thread it up through your vehicle, and you'll connect it to here, to the other side of the lights. So however you want to do it, run it down through here, come up through here, come up through one of the grommets maybe, come around there, and then around through here, and then in through that grommet. That's probably how I'm going to do it, for now anyway. So let's see. Right, so that's what it looks like after being done up. Like I said, this just slips on nice and easy. Slides in, you just bolt those 2 bolts up, put your black caps back on, done. So that's what it looks like so far. I haven't hooked these ones up yet. I haven't done the full electronics for them, the wiring, sorry. That's pretty cool. So now to figure out the other wiring part. Next part. Alright, so I mentioned before about cabling to hook up the light. So what I've done is I've removed the back light for the time being. I've pulled out this grommet. I'm going to thread the cable that needs to connect to the back of the light into here, and it's going to go up through here, up through here. So I've pulled this grommet out and that grommet. And as you can see, I've fed it up through the back here, and it connects to right here for the second sequential. So once it's connected, then this sequential will work. I'll show you on the side because I've got it. So it'll be that sequential there will work at the same time this sequential works. Without that connection, just this side works and this side doesn't. So easiest way I found is, yeah, so far just go up through here, then you'll just go along the lining down through the panel and just into the back there. I've got one of these, just a length that helps me go through stuff. So what I did was I just slided this through there. I had one end of this taped together so you could just pull it all through. Just put a bit of lube of some sort on here, something that's a little bit slippery, so it slides through the gap a lot easier. Then you just pull it through, and it's pretty simple. Yeah, it is. Alright, what I've done is I've removed this back panel. Well, I've loosened it anyway. What you need to do is just in here there is a Phillips screw, so just pop that out, and down here is a 10mm bolt. Just undo that. That's just here, and then this whole panel just pries apart. That gives you access to here, and you can thread the rest of your cables through. Alright, that's what it's like when it's done through there. I'm just going to put some bit of tape around this just to so it's even like that one. Then that'll just connect into that one there. So just line the pins up to the correct color, red to red, blue to blue, black to black, white to white, and yeah, then you can reconnect these two back together, put your light back in, and this light's done. Alright, so once you're done, I just connect everything back up. So I've done the screw up in there, I've put that back, and I've done the bolt up in there. So that's 10mm, by the way. I've put these back, bolts, those are all done up, clips are back on, covers I mean, and this light is now fully done. It's in, it's wired completely up through there to there. Just secure this cable, maybe use some cable ties or something, just put them in there, because we're going to have the plastic coverings over it anyway when it's done. Now I'm going to do the other side, get that done, and then we'll look at finishing off the other side lights. Alright, so once it's hooked up correctly, that's what sequential looks like. Pretty nifty. Got a few more wires to hook up, so we'll get about doing those. Put them on. Alright, so after that you're left with a few cables. So you've got two of these cables, a white one and a red one. You also have this one, which is a green and black cable. Now this connects into your work some stuff. There's the connection just behind here. From here. Alright, just there. And this one just plugs into there. So you unplug that one there, plug this into there. This is your license plate lights. So that connects into there. Then all you do is one of these connects up to here. Well, I'll show you in a sec. So one of those connects up to there. The other side connects up to the opposite side with the green and black ones. The plugs can only go in one way. Now you do the same for these ones. Notice how these have this connection on the end. That connects up to where your old lights used to connect into. So that'll plug into there. This white one will go up into this white and black cable. It only goes in one way, so don't worry. It goes in one way, just into there. Now the other end of this cable goes across to the opposite side. So it connects into the like that. And just hangs across. Now the red side goes on the right hand side. So that just plugs in there. This plugs into there. And the other end goes across to here. I'll show you in a sec. Right, and that's what it looks like when it's done. It's pretty hard to get this wrong because the plugs are the exact size for the plugs that you need. And they're the same colours. So that's how it looks. So all you got to do now is just do some cable management. Just tie these up along here so it's out the way. Make sure you test your car first. Test the lights, make sure everything's working. Then once you've done that, yeah, like I said, cable tie it all up so it's all nice and tidy. Then you're finished. All you need to do is reattach all your plastic trim. So that one, your two sides, and then this one, and you're pretty much done. I'll show you at the end. So yeah, something like that, cable tied up, however you want to do it, just tidy it up, you know. It's going to sit behind the plastic cover anyway, so it doesn't have to be super perfect, but you know, it's your car, do whatever you want. Alrighty, so everything's back together. No problemo. Just need to put that back in, but other than that, it's all good. And that's it. If I had to do this again, it would be a lot faster because now I know what I'm doing. It's actually not that painful of a job when you do know what you're doing. But yeah, really like it. And here's the finished product. Thanks guys.